Hello, it's Ricardo and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. This is my new Roadrunner build. Took a little bit of inspiration from somebody who commented on one of the other videos about the new Achilles frameshift drive, who just said, meep meep. And I thought, my God, that's exactly what this is. The Achilles frameshift drive is going to give you that nitrous oxide effect for your frameshift drive. Anyway, I fitted it to an old Dolphin. Wasn't using it. There you go. What have we got inside? Let's take you through it. So straight off the bat, you know I've got no hard points there. I'm already over power. What do I need those for? I've got some heatsink launchers. I haven't bothered engineering these simply because, well, you know, why bother? I don't even know if this is actually gonna get to where it's going. The core internals, lightweight alloys. I've got a low emission power plant. I haven't put any experimental stuff on it yet. Dirty drive tuning on the thrusters. That won't make any difference. And I got the supercruise overcharge version of the class 4 frameshift drive. This is the new Achilles frameshift drive. Light on the support, on the life support, and we've got charge enhanced by there. We've got sensors 3E. Well, do you know what? We can replace those straight off the bat with a 3D equip. I didn't do much engineering there anyway. Moving on. A fuel tank. Very important this. Can't go anywhere without it. Takes me into optional internals. Frameshift drive booster to make this actually usable. We've got the cargo rack, because you've got to store some stuff. Fuel tanks. Cheeky little generator for shields, because it's worthwhile having some shields. Fuel tanks. An AFMU, auto field maintenance unit. And of course the detailed and planetary approach suite. The sort of things that we need. I am going to take this out now on its first space trial. And see how that goes. Now this ship is small, it's nimble, and it runs cold as it is, but I was thinking it could do a little bit better. So I was thinking on getting myself over to an engineer, getting a bit of thermal spread put on this as well. Try and give it as much help as I possibly can. Either way, this is where we are. I'm going to get myself over to Marco Quent. When we look at this frameshift drive, this is a 4C as opposed to a 5. Distinctly different speed rates. The smaller the ship, it seems the faster you will go. Be interested to see what happens when you stick this on an Eagle or a Courier or something like that. Either way, the stats are different and basically apply themselves to the ship that you've got the particular module on, which is the frameshift drive. Anyway, kind of goes without saying, but I thought I'd mention the fact that I was only getting an 80% increase of speed in the Asp Explorer with a 5C. This is now an overcharge of 100%. I thought as I was in the vicinity, I'd get myself over to the Sirius system, into the engineer's workshop, over to the power plant, and add a little bit of experimental effect on this. A little bit of thermal spread. Every little helps. I also considered on the power distributor as well, taking it off that. You know, but I thought, well, do I want engine distribution on this? That's only really going to help me for boost, so there's no real point in doing that. Either way, that's kind of what I've done. Good old Marco Quent, what can I say? We'll clear all our damage, and we're going to move over into the Hutton system, Alpha Centauri, for our test. One thing worth noting, however. So, here we are, Alpha Centauri, home of Hutton Orbital and the Mug. The Hutton Truckers. We're right at the jump-in point. We did this before in the Asp Explorer. It didn't end particularly well. How's the ship performing? Well, at the moment, we're hot. And why are we hot? Because we're right next to that sun. So we're going to move away a little bit, make sure the temperature reduces somewhat. Here we go, we're getting into the cool zone now. Not too far in. All the pips to engines. Let's see what the ship idles at now. Now we could turn off the shields.
Shields offline.
So straight off the bat we're at 15. That's with thermal spread on the power port as well and everything. So 15. It's not ideal, but it kind of is where it is. Right. Here we go. We're going to try a different method. We're in supercruise. Punch it, Chewie.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
I'm keeping an eye on the temperature. I'm getting to 1,000.
Warning. Taking heat damage.
I think the idea for this might be little bursts, as opposed to one big burst. Letting the temperature die down a bit. It's got a cool down process.
Warning.
Here we go again.
Drive operating beyond safety limits.
Let's just see how far it goes. What could possibly go wrong?
Warning. Taking heat damage.
I mean, it's keeping us jittery all over the place, and I'm trying to keep it centered.
Heatsink deployed.
Chewing through the heat sinks. Fuel is getting sucked down, bottom right hand side.
Warning. Taking heat damage. Heatsink
I'm going to deactivate for a bit. Interesting. I mean, we were booking. We were really booking then, to be fair. People have mentioned the serious heat sinks on there as well. They might do something, they might not. I don't know. I mean, we're going at quite the lick already. Hutton Orbital is saying it is 2 hours 26, 25. Let's see what we can do.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Right, we're burning.
Temperature critical. Warning. Taking heat damage.
Straight away.
Hull integrity compromised. Taking damage.
We're going to pop a heat sink now.
Warning. Hull breach attack.
Pop another heat sink.
Heat sink deployed.
We're certainly, you know, taking the damage,
Heat sink
sucking down the fuel.
Warning. Temperature critical.
That's the problem we're going to have here. Fuel. And now I've deactivated it. Now I might make it, I might not. It looks like that's going to be an hour of anyone's money. So, can you use this to get to Hutton Orbital? Well, you can certainly get there a little bit quicker. You're going to incur an awful lot of damage. So, let's talk about this. Where do I see this being used? Well, the Titan Hadith is 30,000 light years away from the jump-in point. This could be something to be used there. This, I think, could be used to get away from pirates when you're being interdicted. This could be used in expediting your supercruise away from a planet or body. This could be used to obviously get to where you're going a bit quicker, some trade runs, that sort of thing. A lot of people in the chat are not seeing the benefit of this. I kind of see it. I was kind of hoping we were going to get engineering. Is this just the prototype we're getting out? A version 1? Are other versions going to have less jitter, less heat? I don't know. Or is this all we're typically going to be getting? Things to think about. Things to think about. But anyway, strapping it to a Dolphin. Obviously I'm not going as fast as the Asp Explorer, but I haven't blown up either. Will I run out of fuel before I get there? More than likely. Will this make the fuel rats really busy? More than likely. Am I going to get my mug? I don't know. Unlikely. Unlikely. I can see me running out of fuel. You never know. So what do I really think about it? It's alright. It's a new module. Was it worth all the hassle? I don't know. Is it a lot of fun? Yes, it is. If you are being chased by a pirate, you hit the old meep meep button.
Warning, frame shift drive
And away you go.
beyond safety limits. Warning, temperature critical.
And perhaps using it in small bursts might be the way forward. Long bursts, you're not going to get the benefit. All you're going to do is burn through a fuel tank and through your hull. Anyway, there you go. What are you all thinking? This was the Dolphin test. Let me know in the comments.